welcome back to Grumble and Growl. I'm Gail Tosh, your host, as we examine issues from the local to the global perspective so that you can make better choices. Today, we have a fantastic guest. We have local author Theresa Radley. Hey, Theresa, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you have a bunch of books here and you're a local author. So what is it that inspired you to start writing in the first place?
I have been writing for as long as I can remember. My mom used to give me journals. Everywhere she would go, she would come home with a gift for me for a journal. So I started journaling at a young age, and that was really it. I started writing poetry at 15. I just knew I've always wanted to write.
And what are you writing about? So you have some poetry and some other things. What's the topic? What's the meat and potatoes?
The poetry is really my story, things that I've experienced. So I've dealt with a lot of insecurities, depression, abusive relationships. So I share about those kind of harder topics.
Common themes, I think, for a lot of people. Yeah.
Yes. But my latest novel, and what I really want to go in the direction, is writing stories about women supporting women. So my latest novel is Lunch Break. It's about 4 female coworkers who become best friends, and we only get to see them at their lunch break. And it's really just that idea of women supporting women. So even in my first novel that I put out, even though it's a romance novel, you'll still see that little theme that stood out there is just really women supporting women.
I think that's a really important theme, especially these days when they're trying to wipe women off the face of the earth,
Yes.
basically. All right, so tell me, do you have a special project about one of these books? Like, is any one of them your favorite one?
So I always tell people that saying that your favorite book is like saying you have a favorite child.
Oh,
and I have 3 of them, like 3 children and 5 books. So I don't really have, I guess, a favorite. I will say that my poetry book, This Is Me, I turned 40 in March. I know I don't look like
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I know I don't look like I turned 40. But instead of having like a big party, I wanted to do something for me. And I said, I'll put out a book that really reflects who I am as an individual. So I went back through all of the poetry that I had wrote in my entire life and picked the poems that I felt like you got a clear indication of me. So I wouldn't say that This Is Me is my favorite. I would just say that it, like I said, best represents to me. It's very personal. I didn't think, I was like, I don't care if one person buys it, but now I hear that the poems in there connect with other people, and that's what makes it better. So in some aspects, as far as poetry goes, that would definitely have to be my favorite. And then Lunch Break, hearing everybody's feedback right now about these female characters that are so relatable.
I can't wait to read it. It sounds like a really great idea. So you've got 5 published books. How'd you, who's your publisher?
Me.
You?
Well, Amazon. I use KDP.
Okay.
But I'm the one that, I do it all. So all of the books besides Lunch Break were designed by me. I edit, I write them. I do have some people proofread and things like that, but I do all of that. Yeah, you always need another set of eyes. And I'm learning even extra, more and more eyes is always key. But I use Amazon, so I do all of that. And it's all a learning lesson. When I first put out Speechless, I didn't have the format right, and I had to relearn and all of that. So I publish it by myself.
Well, that's awesome. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, so if someone wants to buy your book or get more information about your books, where do they go for that information?
Social media is key. I'm Theresa E. Radley on all. So this is an older flyer, but yep, you can scan right there. This brings you to my website. I just did it. So I do my own website. I've been learning and figuring out how to do that myself. But Theresa E. Radley on Facebook or Instagram or Threads. And then my email, tradley@gmail.com. I will respond.
That's awesome. So now that these people out there have heard a little bit about what you do, what you're writing about, what do you want them to do now that they have heard your story?
So for me, I have to just say, find your voice, know your worth, and pursue your purpose. I'm going to hold up a bookmark that shows it. This is the tagline for Speechless, and I wrote it. Actually, Kennedy, the main character, she writes it for an article, and I borrowed it. I wrote it technically, so I can borrow it.
Yes, you may.
But what it did was it actually inspired me to find my voice and tell more stories, know my worth, and pursue my purpose. So that is definitely what I would just love for people to do. Finding your purpose is hard, or finding your voice, knowing your worth, pursuing your purpose. It's a hard challenge, and every day it's a journey, but it's so worth it in the end.
I love that circle where you gave these words to a character, and you were like, oh, that character's speaking to me, yes, and I can do. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else you want to tell the people out there? One last parting word.
So just do what makes you happy, and figure that out, and just live your life for you. That's it. And women support women. It's so important.
Yes, I agree with you. All right. Now that you know, go out and do something about it. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Bye.